Last week, we learned that Tom Taylor's gay Superman was canceled. And of course, the SJWs went nuts trying to defend it, saying it's not really canceled. It's not because of that. It's, and making their excuses. But none is funnier than Rich Johnston from Bleeding Cool. Now, this guy is a big piece of work by himself. Rich Johnston actually was the first time I ever blew up here. He flipped out at me because I made a post about how all the Marvel writers were all extreme leftists, all hated Trump supporters, and all hated Christians. There wasn't even one who was silent at the time. They all are lockstep political. Disney, Marvel, and DC Comics have become political organizations, not comic companies, and that's been the problem over the last several years, and that's why we're here. But what his take is today is so passive-aggressive and so effeminate. I'm going to use that word because that's a safer word than other words. You're going to laugh with me so hard. It's going to be great. Let's get into this, guys. My name is John Delarose. I'm a #1 best-selling author and award-winning comic creator. This is my book, Flying Sparks, Ultralight Beam. It's going to be launching on Kickstarter in just a couple of weeks. We are shipping out our Overmind books right now from our pre-order store. And as soon as I'm done with that, we're going to go live with our beautiful superhero, Metagirl. Now, I always say Metagirl's not a strong female lead. She's a feminine female lead, and that's why she's so popular. That's why it's resonated. I've sold over 3,000 copies of Flying Sparks, thanks to your guys' support over the years. And this is the epic conclusion to the storyline, which I've been building for a long time. We're so proud of this, guys. It's amazing superhero stuff. Like DC Comics can't make anymore for some reason. So click here on the button. I'm going to leave this link in the description below. This green button will notify you when it launches so you don't miss it. It's going to be great. Thanks for coming along for the ride. Okay, the story of the day. DC cancels heterosexual Robin after 17 issues as sales fall flat. So you see what they did here with this, because we made articles about a gay Superman. I put one on in Bounding Into Comics, how they canceled it, and sales did fall flat. Now, what he's going to get into here is going to be a completely disingenuous argument when he comes across this. It's really funny, but we're going to read some of it. I can't stop laughing when I look at this. It's amazing. Okay.
A few months ago, DC Comics canceled the Robin comic book series starring Damian Wayne, son of Bruce Wayne, and a future Batman in the lead.
A future Batman in the lead. So not actually, whatever. It's poorly written.
The launch issue for the series from 2021 was around 60,000, but estimated sales for issue 3 were 49,000. By issue 17, it dropped out of the top 100, estimated to be selling 20 to 30,000 copies a month. Naturally, the only conclusion that sales were so low is down to the heterosexuality being blatantly forced down people's throats by the way of a straight love interest for Damian Wayne in the character of Flatline. This comes after a number of forced propaganda straight love interest characters of the young Damian Wayne, courtesy of DC Comics' straight propaganda unit, has been imposing on our readers over the years, including Raven, Mari Grayson, Emiko Queen, Jin, Kara Danvers, or Stephanie Brown.
I haven't read any DC Comics. Isn't Stephanie Brown a bit old for Damian Wayne? I don't know. I'm not going to get into that. It doesn't. It's all irrational anyway. So he goes at this. And this is very funny. You can see the passive-aggressive, angry tone in his voice, because instead of writing an article just being like, look, Superman sales were actually fine, which they weren't, he wants to go out another comic book that DC Comic puts out that has nothing to do with the situation whatsoever. And so he puts this little, this is the gamma male mentality. I'm going to be passive-aggressive and strike out, and I'm going to show my true feelings, even though I'm not going to say what I actually mean. Hilarious stuff. Now, there's a couple big differences here between Robin and Superman, of course. One is that Superman is DC's like flagship character. That book shouldn't be selling at that low of a level. It's absolutely crazy that it is. Robin is a like B character, and he's not even like the original Robin. So it's like we've got a B character's like side character of a side character. It's not Tim Drake. It's not Dick Grayson. We're just like way down the line. So this is a character that like really doesn't have a lot of development. It's not Batman. If it said Batman on it and it was getting this kind of sales, it'd be a different ballgame. Just like Superman's sales are so low, it's a different ballgame. Now, the other thing that didn't happen is Josh Williamson. I think it's Josh Williamson who wrote this. Am I wrong? It is. Yeah, Josh Williamson didn't go online like Tom Taylor and brag about how it's a #1 bestseller. It's crushing it. We're winning. This is amazing. Everybody loves gay Superman like Tom Taylor did. If you remember that, Tom Taylor lied about his sales figures the entire way through, trying to posture like this is some sort of great thing. All the bigots are just mad because it's crushing it and everybody loves it. Nobody loved it. Nobody wanted gay Superman, and that's what it came down to. Obviously, if you read his books, they were all big political rants every single time, and that's what happened. Robin is a tertiary character. It always will sell this low in the context of this kind of thing, and that's just the difference between the two books. Josh Williamson, I don't know anything about him, but like he didn't seem to go out there and have some egotistical asshole stance on things when he went out on Twitter, and that's the thing that's being made fun of here by the YouTubers, by our community and all that. Because when Tom Taylor does that, he's denying reality. He's denying what's going on in order to stick a middle finger in the customers' faces who just want to read a Superman book without having the forced identity politics in it. It's very weird. And the fact that Rich Johnson takes this take is really, really funny because it shows to me how much he's sitting around online seething about us, guys, and about our takes on YouTube, about our takes in different articles. It's really, really funny stuff. And Rich, God bless you, because you give me some free content and I'm going to monetize it every single time. All right. Hit the like and subscribe button, everybody. Look, if you want a difference, if you liked Stephanie Brown, I know she was mentioned in the article. Batgirl from back in the day. This is actually where I was like trying to go with that. It's kind of that vibe of things. I thought that was a great comic. And if you like just fun entertainment without the nonsense, you're going to enjoy this. Check it out. Get notified on launch. Hit the button. Appreciate you guys being there.